Welcome back, everybody. So here's this bin with that cottage cheese that we placed in here. And we last checked in on here about 16 days ago. We did feed right here where you see that paper. So let's check that cottage cheese right here. It wasn't covered. So let's see if we can still find it. I hope not. I really hope it's gone. I'm not seeing it yet. But looks like there's worms in that vicinity of it, of where it was. This is just some skin of maybe some food that we put in last time that they pushed into here. But as of right now, there is no cottage cheese to be found. Woohoo! No smell is emitting from here anymore. Thank goodness, because that was one stinky mess. Let me just get the edge here too. The edges are a little dry because they weren't fully covered with the plastic bag. So let's just flip this bin a little bit here on this side, and then we can check the area where we fed last. I mentioned in my last video that I have a new experiment planned out for this bin. But I also said that we were going to give this bin another break and a good feeding that it deserves before I plop in some food that they probably won't even eat. But let's check this feeding area first, and then today they'll get a pretty massive feeding before that new experiment begins. So let's see. Probably in 16 days we won't have any food left in here either. But we do have a lot of worms just hanging out where we added all that food. I mean, it wasn't much. I think it was like a few handfuls. But still, better than nothing. But it doesn't seem that we have any of that either going on in here. Let's take a look at the shell. We can probably easily break it up now. We've got some worms hanging out in it. Let's see here if I can get this corner. Nope. Well, at least we got some of it ripped apart. There's a few worms hiding there. We'll let it be. Not a big deal. It usually takes longer anyways. This is just an avocado pit. You can see now how easily it breaks apart just in between my fingers. It just crumbles into bits after it stays in the bin for quite a while. But we'll give everything a little bit of a good mix. And we'll probably make some space in the center as much as we can. So let's start pushing the material over there. Like so. I have a lot of coffee and I have a lot of food for them today. They definitely deserve it, so we're going to go all out here today on them. But before we start adding the food, I have a little bit of shredded cardboard here. This cardboard was just in a little package of sweets that I got for Christmas. So it's like the pretty kind, all shaped to be looking pretty. But of course, when I saw it, I knew that it was perfect for the worm. I didn't put in all of it. I still have some left over, so another lucky worm bin will be also receiving it. So let's start out with this pretty much full. Well, we have a little bit of space here. I could have added a little bit more scraps, but this is almost a quart of food. So we'll put this in here. Some good food for them to eat and give them a few weeks to consume it. Some Brussels sprout ends, yellow squash, half of it that went bad on me, some strawberry tops. So a good variety of color there for their feeding today. And then a lot of coffee right on top. They definitely deserve this feeding because they haven't really seen much of anything besides the last feeding that we gave them, and then it was just that whole sweet potato and then the cottage cheese right on top. So they definitely are going to be happy with this. We'll sprinkle some grits and then we'll cover it up so they can definitely take a break before I throw something else at them. Eat up, grow some muscle, and prepare for their new mission that's coming up here. Worms have missions now. That's good. Or are they on a mission? Let me know which one it is. So let's put that paper here right in the center. They did get to it. You can see here on this further edge that it's a little nibbled at. Of course, a snail. We can't live without them here in the worm bin, I see. Let's see if we can spread it out a little bit more and then the worms can get to it even better. Like so. And then we'll place that plastic covering back on. Nice and snug. And off to bed they go for the next few weeks until they finish off whatever we fed today. And then we'll be on our way into that new mission. So I will see you in my next video. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.